Hi everyone, and welcome to the June edition of The Green Room with me, Laura Short from Green at Heart, and my colleague John Mullen.
Hi folks!
Hi, so in this month's edition, we're going to be talking about communication, both internal and external, and how we communicate our environmental intentions is so important to our staff internally and stakeholders, as well as externally to the public, customers and suppliers. And the reason it's important is because it's vital for the success of any sustainable business for continual development. Because without communication, you've got no understanding. And then without that understanding, you can't have commitment to improve. Would you agree, John?
Definitely. And it all starts, effectively, you can all say it starts at home, but home is the office for people. And it's this whole thing of you want to help each other grow in your understanding, because so many people know that there's issues and they want to help. But until they're given permission and until we talk about this openly and freely, then it's sort of, oh no, I'm not allowed to do that. But if you talk about it freely, it says, please come on board with us.
Absolutely. We're going to dig deeper into this in a little minute. We're just going to go to a quick ad. Hi, I'm Laura Short, and I run the Green at Heart Awards scheme. This is an environmental accreditation for small businesses from all sectors who want to show their customers that they're responsible, proactive and sustainable. By following a structured approach to Green at Heart, you'll be putting in place cost and time-saving measures that'll help reduce more than just your carbon footprint. Are you passionate about having a sustainable business? Well, in my book, that means still being in business 12 months from now. It's more important than ever to set your business apart from the rest, and customers are expecting you to go that extra mile. So let's grab a coffee and have a chat about how a Green at Heart award can help your business stay open, stay green and grow. Let's head back to the green room and see what we're talking about today. Welcome back. So in terms of internal communications, it's important to know what to communicate and why, and also who you're communicating it to. So you don't necessarily need to communicate all things to all staff, because everybody will have a different role within an environmental management system. But one thing that you do need to communicate to everybody is your business's environmental policy. I would say that's the number one priority. Everybody should have an understanding of what is in that policy so that they know what the company's intentions are. And then also, as John said before, when you're wanting to engage staff in contributing ideas and putting forward suggestions for environmental improvements or how they can achieve your environmental targets, incentivize it. Have you come across ways that you can incentivize staff in businesses you've been to, John?
Sometimes it's down to just putting little labels on the switches. But it's also asking them for ideas, because none of us, even the people who work in the business, have all the good ideas. There will always be people who go, oh, I wonder, and ask the questions. And that can be gold in itself, because you want them to be part of the solution, but you also want to actually grow that solution within the company itself. So finding the right people, maybe it's giving responsibility for a person or a pair of people in each team, and working up the management structure. So all sorts of different ways of doing it.
Exactly. So that's where having an environmental champion within each department in an organisation really helps, because then it gives staff a person to go to put their ideas forward, and then they can take that up the management chain, as you just said. One thing I've found works really well, especially if you have multiple departments within an organisation, is actually to create a league table. There's nothing like a bit of healthy competition between staff to achieve targets and really strive for the best within each department. And then, you know, a token gesture from the organisation at the end of the year or the end of the month for departments that have worked really well, those that have generated the best ideas or, exceeded their targets, then a small gesture towards that, whether it's a voucher or whether it's, half a day's annual leave, if you really want to push the boat out for staff, make sure that there's a reason for staff to get involved, because that's the way you'll create loyalty and you'll create commitment to this environmental management system. So externally, it is a more formal process in terms of communication, and it's very much down to the individual business as to whether they even communicate externally what their environmental intentions are. I would obviously encourage every business to communicate, because if you don't, you will need to justify why you're not doing that. But make sure that it's available to people if you do decide to communicate. Put it out there on your website. I know from seeing businesses from an outside perspective, if you have poor communication with the public, I'd be wondering, well, how do you even communicate with your staff if you can't communicate with your customers? What do you think, John?
I actually think it's something which is becoming far more relevant nowadays, and so we actually should be using it as a sales tool as well. Yes, we want to do it for the sake of our children, but think about it. If we want to do it for the sake of our children, your customers, your suppliers will want to do it for the sake of their children. So you always tend to flow towards people who are like-minded. So that means your clients are going, oh, they've got green certification. Oh, they're claiming all these things about their sustainability. Yeah, let's give them a go. Let's test them out. So it's a door opener. So why not make use of it?
Exactly, yeah. More and more suppliers and customers are looking for organisations that demonstrate their environmental performance and then communicate it externally. Because if you're looking for a green supplier and there's nothing on your website about it, you're not going to get that business. It's really that simple. So something like a Green at Heart award, where you've got that logo, you can put it out there to the public. It's a great way to demonstrate and to communicate what you're doing, and that it's verified externally as well, which is even more important. You got any other closing remarks, John?
It's very easy for suppliers to greenwash. What I mean is, they can make all these claims, but is there any way to verify what they're actually talking about? So it works into your company as well. Whenever you're looking to show that you are making changes, you should actually find some sort of tool which will help give you certification. It's sort of like, here's my company accounts. Oh, here's my green certification. Both of those two things go together. It increases the confidence in your company, and that, I believe, will make a big change for the future.
And I'm so pleased you said that, John, because that kind of verification is what you'll get from a Green at Heart award.
Yes.
So that's it for today, everybody. And next month, we're going to be talking about operational controls, how you actually put together those processes and procedures within your business to maintain your environmental targets. So that's bye from me.
And bye from me.
Bye.
Bye.